Hey, it's just little old Angie, Cutesy Poo 777. Whew, I had a tough day at work today, but I'll save that for another day. I'm starting a new round of tags, so and anyway, I'm gonna ask 10 questions, and I will admit my answers, and I have help from my trusty Braille note that will help me. I just have to get into position first. Okay, so without further ado, let the tagging games and questions begin.
What was the best present you ever received as a child?
What was the best present I ever received as a child? Well, got many, some really neat, cool things, but I guess I have to say it was back in Christmas of '86 when I got this talking animated doll. Her name was Cricket. Some of you probably remember her, but she was a cassette-operated talking doll, and I think she was supposed to depict a 5 or 6 year old because she was just starting school and everything. She was a cute little doll with blonde hair, and she wore nice, cute little dresses and pink sneakers, and her mouth and eyes moved when she talked. But I love that doll. Next.
So, have you ever done something extreme to your hair? Besides,
Have I ever done something extreme to my hair? Well, I've done quite a few things with my hair. Back in my school days, my hair came down to my waist level. But in my senior year, I was tired of people seeing me as a blind person, so I got my hair chopped off to a page boy, hoping that people would notice me. But they didn't. No one said a thing. Standard. Go figure, right? Yeah. They just saw the blind girl with the cane in her hand. So in my 20s, I dyed my hair a couple of different colors, auburn and then black, but everybody thought it was too pale for black, and so when I washed the dye out, my hair came out in all sorts of colors. So no more dyeing and chopping off my hair. I'm just letting it go as it is.
3. What was your most embarrassing moment?
My most embarrassing moment, that would have to be back in the summer of 2002, I believe. I had to go to Washington, D.C. I lived closer to D.C. at the time, but I took a commuter bus and the metro subway system and the bus system, and I had on a summer dress that day, or so I thought, and here I am going out in D.C. and the surrounding areas, surrounded by people dressed in business suits, carrying briefcases, thinking all is right with the world. And when I come back home I was living with a friend at the time, and my friend looked at me and she said, "Angie, do you know you're wearing a nightgown?" So, what? I said, "What?" I said, "Angie, you're wearing a nightgown." I said, "Oh, goodness, I wore a nightgown out in public." Oh, dear. It looked like a summer dress. Okay, next.
4. Who was your teen idol?
Who was my teen idol? Well, it's hard to say because I grew up listening to classic rock, and even though I was a teen in my 90s, I was just stuck somewhere in the 60s and 70s. So I guess it would have to be a tie between the Beatles and the Who, even though I know that John Lennon and Keith Moon sadly have passed on since John Lennon passed on in 1980, and I think Keith Moon passed on in '76, but still. Okay, moving on.
5. If you could be granted 3 wishes, WHD would be.
If I were granted 3 wishes, what would they be? Number 1, I guess my first wish would be for just peace in the world. They say peace on earth, goodwill to men. No more violence, no more hatred, no more this or that. And I guess my second wish would have to be. I know, please don't think I'm taking pity on myself, but I do sometimes wish that I could just have perfect vision like most of y'all do. But like I said, don't feel sorry for me. I'm happy the way I am, but I just wish I could know what it would be like to see perfectly, but life's too short to complain. My third wish, I guess I'd have to say, would have a never-ending supply of chocolate. Just a continuous flowing river of chocolate. Okay, stop it, Ange. Control yourself, girl. Okay. Next.
6. When was your first kiss?
My first kiss, and y'all don't have to answer if you don't want to. I'm leaving it up to you. But my first kiss was back in May 8th, 1993. I was seeing this boy in high school and everything, only to find out he was just a user of girls, and went out. He only, he snuck me into his house when his parents weren't home, and he just started kissing me all over. So I guess that was my first kiss right there. But I didn't see him for too long because his parents were coming home. But okay, I'm rambling. Sorry.
7. What was your funniest moment?
What was my funniest moment? That would have to be in college when I took Comp 1010, and we had to one of our major projects was to deliver a speech on videotape, and I was delivering my persuasive speech about giving blood, and everything was going great until towards the end. I noticed there was a fly. I could feel a fly buzzing around me, and then it started to go up my nose, and I was trying so hard not to laugh, keeping my head still, keeping my composure. But as soon as I said the last word, I just started laughing. Just being videotaped with a fly going up my nose, and oh, sorry, sorry about that. All right, next.
8. What was the worst tasting food you've ever eaten?
What was the worst tasting food I've ever eaten? Well, I've had some pretty gross things in my life. I couldn't tell whether it was food or what have you, or what have you. But anyway, sorry. I think one prime example would have to be when I was at the State School for the Blind. We would serve tuna melt. I'm sure many of you know what that is, but it did not taste like tuna melt. I mean, everyone at my table was complaining about it. It's like, oh, this is disgusting. Oh, I can't eat this, but the teachers are making us eat this. Hey, eat this there, or no this. Oh, I mean, we were just really young at the time, like 7, 8, 9, and so on.
9. What was the best concert you attended, if applicable?
What was the best concert I've ever attended? Well, if applicable, I'd have to say my best concert was a Who concert back in March of 2007 at the Verizon Center. I had a previous job back then. I ducked out 2 hours earlier so I can get ready, but I was just rocking. And my mom told me that the lead frontman Roger Daltrey, she said he looked at me at one point. I was whoa, and then I dreamed about being on stage with the Who that night. So, yeah.
10. What was your childhood fantasy?
What was my childhood fantasy? Well, I guess when I was probably between the ages of 6 and 8, my childhood fantasy was to go on Sesame Street long before the days of Elmo. This was long before Elmo to where all that came out. But I've always wanted to go on Sesame Street and meet all the classic characters: Big Bird, Oscar, Grover, Cookie Monster, Bert, and Ernie, Snuffleupagus, and in live, in person. But of course, that was only a fantasy. So, that's it. And I would like to say congratulations to the following dearest YouTubers who I'm tagging right now, and don't know who they are, but I say congratulations to squincegoddess, who inspired me to make this video in the first place. So, congratulations, my dear Squince. You've been tagged by me. Also, on my tag list, I include Lady Blue She Bear 777 and Christopher of South Carolina. Congratulations! You've all been tagged by me, so you've got to, you know how the game works. You got to answer the 10 questions that I will post on the description section. So, thank you all so much. And if you want to be tagged, but I didn't mention your name, just please let me know. And by sending me a comment, and I'll tag you. So, love y'all so much. You have a nice day. Bye-bye.